James P. Connolly has appeared on Comedy Central, HBO, VH1, and has won or come close to winning every major comedy competition he's entered.
Well,
how many have you entered?
Some big ones, too.
Well, first of all, I wrote that, so yeah, that's pretty much as true as I'd like it to be.
That's it. I know.
For the record, I think I've won and then actually killed the guy who came in second. That's also how I roll.
James' comedy comes from his life experiences, and since he's a Harvard grad, a Marine Corps officer, and a former Universal Studios tour guide, there's your non sequitur tease. He's had a colorful life to draw from. He headlines Vegas, Atlantic City, top nightclubs nationwide this weekend. Catch him. It's a great weekend for comedy. Catch him on the east side at Laughs Comedy Spot in Kirkland. Tickets for tonight or tomorrow. All you have to do is log on to ticketweb.com. James P. Connolly, welcome to the Bob Rivers Show. Hello.
Thanks. And actually, I'm very happy it's on the east side because I do some of my best work east of all major cities. So if this was I tell you, that's my zone.
That's the affluent part of town over there.
That's how I roll.
It's effluent, is what he's saying. It's the effluent part.
It's effluent. If I look at the audience and I don't think they got money, I'm out the door. I last about 5 minutes on stage. I'm not afraid to pull the plug on poor people.
So, I don't know where to start here.
You and our government.
Let's start with that Tom Jones song. That, my brother, rocked. That was... If I can get up at, say, an ungodly early hour and hear Tom Jones, I'll be here every morning. You guys just roll that out. Just roll that out.
We could do that.
Well, we had, I know off air, we had an unfortunate discussion about Tom Jones and panties being thrown out. And
they still throw the panties.
They still, a friend of mine
even though the average age of his fan is 85.
Exactly. And I think, without being too colorful, you don't want to see those panties flopping in the air and coming over your head and hitting the stage.
Well, no, the worst part is if you're sitting in the first couple rows, because I've been with Tom Jones' show.
They can't reach the stage.
They can't reach the stage. You're hitting the back of the head with these big old panties. You know, it's
That's
hard.
right.
It's horrible.
So what we're trying to say is, if you go and you're somewhere near 80, you got to have at least a front row and maybe a slingshot. Yeah, maybe.
It's a waiter chuck them up there for you.
All right, I like that. Young guys in front of them who throw the panties for you.
You're a Harvard grad.
That's what the piece of paper says that I wrote.
I was going to say, is it, or do you have an excellent printer?
You guys are so gullible in this radio business. I just, if I had known that's how it rolls, I'd have written, I'm on the moon right now. This is actually me. I'm actually Jackie Chan. I really appreciate Jackie Chan is me. My English is phenomenal. I thought I was great in all those movies. Actually, I went to Harvard, and I do have a diploma. Mine says Wendy Tuckerman, but it's mine. It's on the wall. Nobody believes me, and I used to get very insulted, and now I only get mildly insulted because first question, I went to Harvard. People go, "Oh." Next question is usually, "Did you graduate?"
It seems fair, doesn't it?
What's the washout?
You sir.
It's got to be a high washout at Harvard. I mean, even in a regular school, half the people don't make it, I think.
Those were the odds they gave me when I went in. I don't know if it was just me.
Did you have a great grade point average?
They might have just told me, half of you, Jim, is not going to make it. I wouldn't say great. Let's just say I went in there knowing that a gentleman's C, and my goal in life was to be a gentleman. Mm-hmm. So I almost made it.
Nice.
Very close, very close. I studied some. I did.
Did you like Boston?
Love Boston.
I lived there for a number of years.
I got the Irish side in the family. My family actually came, not my family, my father's family, and I guess I'm related to him, so that would make it mine. Came over, settled in Boston, and hence the proud Irish shirt. That's right. Yeah. Well, I know people ask me this too. This may surprise the people. I'm actually half Mexican as well.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, take your time. Keep staring at me. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking hard.
Feel it? I'm getting the stares over there.
I'm seeing maybe a little Jewish nose or something.
No, that is broken 3 times playing rugby.
Oh, okay.
Half Mexican. Well, that goes along with Universal Studios tour guide, but just to go along with the other two.
Well, the tour guide experience was very, very important in the growth of a comedian's career because I think it's great to get a college education, to follow your dreams, and then to get a job that pays $5.75 an hour and puts you slightly below the earning potential of the guy at the churro cart as you're driving by. It's nice to work hard.
You were a Universal Studios tour guide who was a Harvard grad?
Yes, that was my...
After graduating Harvard?
I know the sequence seems a bit confusing.
Yeah.
But I went to Harvard, then in the Marine Corps, then I was a Universal Studios tour guide, and but before that, not that you should go directly to that, I was a mobile disc jockey karaoke host.
Before all of that? Before Harvard and everything?
Yeah, that was my entrance test into Harvard. It was pretty much, if I could sing Stairway to Heaven with a Chinese accent, I was in.
So what is it like? What is it like for you with a Harvard diploma to be standing there, tour guiding Universal Studios? Were you upset? Were you depressed?
No, I opened every tour by showing them my diploma in the event. In case you people want to judge me, I just want you to know that Wendy Tuckerman and I were good friends at Harvard. I used to do the tours, and it's actually a grueling 3-week process. And I believe in subjecting I believe you should torture yourself for a $5 an hour job. And it's a 3-week audition process, and we lost people. Not going to lie to you, there were a lot of good kids who never will walk.
Johnny
the street.
fell in.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk. I don't want to bring it up. It was it was that part of Western Town where no one should go, and you go through there, and it's a 3-week audition process, and we lose people every week. And you're looking at each other going, this is a $5 an hour job. And we're losing people. We're like, I can't take the pressure anymore. And then you get there on game day, and the whole job is hinging on the final tour. And it's like you're sitting in the tram, and it's almost like one of those high school teachers that just sits back and watch, and the kid's talking, and he goes, "You're done, Connolly. You're in now." And you're looking around like, okay, I'm near where Jaws takes place, and you have to pick up the tour. And some people break under pressure. And they would stumble, and then they would get fired. They would make 3 weeks of torture.
So it's like a reality show.
It was exactly a reality show. Now, I almost did get fired because if you go through Western Town, and I thought you'd have some fun, because the buildings are actually soft. So the stunt guys in the movies you saw in the old days, when they throw against a building, the buildings give. They're like cushiony.
Oh, right on.
So it's so cool. So I had to do a private party. Some father rented out Universal Studios at late at night. It was a bar mitzvah.
Rich guy.
No, I'm sure had no money whatsoever.
Yeah, of course.
The kid's not spoiled at all. No attitude there. So I got 13.
Rented out Universal
And I
Studios.
want a real shark in that water.
Exactly.
A mechanical shark. That's not what I paid for.
I want one tour guide to die. That's what I want. So I had
Did you like that, Jimmy? Throw another one.
But that's what it was. And you're taking these kids, and no one's listening to me. And I was like, I got these 13-year-old kids, and they're all full of their own selves. And we're going to Western Town. Yeah. So I'm going to show them. So I get out of the tram. And I start, talking about the buildings. I start throwing my body through against the buildings and diving through the windows and stuff. Kids loved me. Then I get a memo the next day from Universal Studios tour guide that some tour guide had stepped outside the tram. Yeah, I got a memo for insurance. Wasn't very happy. But we had a lot of corporate pressure because Texaco, hope they're not a sponsor of the show.
No.
They sponsored the tram, so they made us call it the Super Tram. By Texaco, you had to
Super
say
Texaco, the Superstar, or whatever.
you had to say it all the time, and I hated it.
I'm the Super Tramp.
Exactly. So my rebellion was, well, fine. You want me to say it? I'm going to say it more times than you can handle. So every time I got on the tram, I would say, welcome to Universal Studios. Welcome to Super Tram, brought to you by Texaco, star of the American Road. And I said this like every 5 minutes. I thought this was rebellion. I thought I'm going to stick it to the man. Nobody tells me. You tell me to say it once, I'll say it 57 times. Well, I'll be damned if there wasn't a Texaco guy on the tram. And I get a memo there, too. And his response was, I don't know who this kid was, but he brilliantly weaved in the words Texaco.
86 Super
Exactly.
Tramp
I was
references
like a
in
star.
5 minutes.
I was like,
Pure stud.
I'm like, note to self, you rebel crappy. You're not good at rebellion.